Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. Thinking about self-love. I've been thinking about it. And I was thinking, do you need permission? Or no, is it the experience? Is it inspired from the inside? Is it something that we're offered and we become habituated to and then it continues? This is the debate, what gets in the way, so what gets in the way is a very big question for me. Often it's like, what gets in the way of self-love, of many things? And so what's your experience? What gets in the way for you of self-love? I'm still journaling away, inquiring into my journey with this. And come, let's move. We're going to do arching and rounding in many different ways today, taking that very first day, the movements we did the first day, and we're bringing them in today. Tins, I think we will use tins. I'm just not sure where. So come. So land on your back and we shall begin. So landing in, unpack your shoulders, land into your pelvis, your hips, find your feet, create length through your spine. What's your ritual of landing? I get all slinky on the floor when I first land. It's like I just kind of go, ooh, look, there's the floor. And then I settle. Noticing my breath. I love the weight of me. So there is always contact with a surface. And so weight is one of the layers of sensation that's a very deep resource for me. So there is always weight, there is always contact, there is always that deep pressure of my body in relationship to the floor in some way, or to the chair, or whatever it is that I'm supported on based on gravity and living on planet Earth. So right now, as you lie here, where is the weight, or how do you experience weight? And like a feather has weight, so it's not involved, it's not what weight are you, it's what is your experience of contact and weight right now. So for me, I can feel the weight of my feet on the ground and how my shins are falling like little waterfalls down into my feet. And there's a sense of my ankles seeking to settle within that waterfall. I can feel the weight of my sacrum, my pelvis, the back of my buttocks, and just the way that my belly is like an ocean in the bowl of my pelvis that is seeking to settle into the weight of itself. I can feel the wings of my shoulder blades. And one is slightly different in shape than the other, and that's totally perfect. There's not an expectation that I should be even. It's just more the experience of how do I experience this sensation of weight in relationship to the floor. My elbows are often a very steady, secure place to feel weight. The boniness of the joint of the back of my elbow, so yum. Depending on where your hands are, you'll either feel the weight on your tummy, on your chest, or the weight of your hands on the floor. And then the contact of your head to the floor. So it's not perfectly circular, and there's the experience of your life is in the back of your head. I have received quite a few big knocks. We lived here in Furbo when I was a child, and the place of Furbo that I lived in was called the Rough Furbo, the Furbacha Garav. Drop your knees down towards the right. So the Furbacha Garav means the rocky place in Furbo, and Furbo is already rocky. And so that we were in the rocky place in Furbo means that there was loads of rocks. Come back to center, drop your knees down to the other side. So I spent my life jumping like a goat from one rock to the other, and then just smashing down on rocks as well. So drop your knees from side to side. So I have this quite a few dents on my head. So as I lie here, as rocking my knees from side to side, I can feel the shapes and the patterns through the back of my head. Just the feeling of, yeah, the floor and my head and that relationship. And it's very wholesome and very nice. Feels very steady. Just rock your knees from one side to the other. We had names for all the rocks. There was helicopter, there was the cave, there was so many different rocks. There was the kitchen. The helicopter was really cool. Helicopter was a great rock. Rocking your knees from side to side, just feel it through your belly. Nice. And now draw your knees up towards your chest, squeeze it in, bring your feet to the floor, roll up along your spine, all the way down. And draw your knees up towards your chest, squeeze them in with your hands. Feet to the floor, roll up along your spine. And just continue. Squeeze your knees up towards your chest, hug them in. And you can lift one knee and then the other, or both knees together. Drop one foot and then the other, or lift both together. So see how your abdominal muscles manage to pull your knees towards you and how they manage to drop your feet down towards the floor. So begin to lean a little bit more into your range. So to do that, you begin to pull a little bit more with your hands. And then when your hips rise, you lean more into the sense of the length or the fascia connection through the front of your body. Squeeze your knees up, hug them a little bit more. And then as your hips rise, lean into it's like a band from my knees to my rib cage that I can connect to. It's like this, it's like a fireworks of connectivity that enlighten the deep dark of my body. So movement for me brings awareness through those twinkly crescendos, crests, arcs of fascia innervation as I move. So how is it for you? One more time. Squeeze your knees up towards your chest, hug them in. Feet to the floor, roll up along your spine, pause, lifting your hips, and just feel that crest of innervation through your fascia, through the muscles of the front of your body. And just breathe into it. Nice. Drop all the way down. And then just the pelvic tilt. So arching into your lower back, flattening down, arching. And as you arch, include your chest in the movement. So as I do that, I'm going to include my shoulders because my shoulders and my chest are connected. And then flattening down deeply. Sorry, arching. Flattening down deeply. Arching. Flattening down deeply. Arching. Bring your right arm long beside your ear and roll over onto your right arm and bring both knees on top of each other. Bring your left hand to the floor in front of you like scaffolding, so you're supported and you're anchored, and your left hand is going to stay flat on the floor. So draw your left knee up towards your left elbow and tuck your chin in a little bit so you're rounding your back, and even try and scoop your back a little bit more into rounding. And then send your left leg behind you with your knee bent and really arch into your lower back. Sorry. Arch into your back, lengthening through your spine. And see this, I'm arching. Draw your knee forward, rounding. Tuck your chin in maybe. And then bring your foot behind you. And I'm not sending my head backwards, but I do have this lengthening through my neck and through my head as I draw my foot backwards. The counterweight is happening. Knee forward, head forward, foot back, spine lengthens. It seems to grow out of my torso. And again, knee forward, backward. Find the sway or the swing of this. You can do it with your legs straight. One more time. Nice. Come onto your back. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Bring your left arm long beside your ear. Roll over onto your left side. Bring your right hand like scaffolding in front of your chest. Both knees are stacked on top of each other. Bring your right knee up to your right elbow. Round your head forward. Try and draw your forehead down to your elbow to your knee. And then sweep your foot behind you, a bit like a little tortoise head. Let your neck lengthen. Knee down. Oh, knee forward, head down. And then lengthen as you sweep your foot behind you. Rounding. And foot back, lengthening. And again. Rounding. Lengthening. You can, if you want, do it with your legs straight. Rounding. Lengthening. And I have this feeling of leaning into just the end of my range in a really wholesome, juicy way. I feel like there's the end of my range and I can feel powerful and connected. I'm not straining. I feel powerful and connected as I do this. I'm like, wow, I feel so able. So find your ableness and work deeply on enhancing ableness. Make the movement smaller, make the movement slower, bend your knee, land on your back. Interlock your fingers into thunder fist. So both hands are interlocked. My feet are as wide as my mat. And then drop your left arm long beside you to the floor. And that's going to pull your right arm over. Feet stay flat on the floor. So my knees have not followed me. Come back to the floor. And then over towards the right side. Center. Left. Center. Right. One more time. Center. Left. Center. Right. Whoop. Great. Push all the way up into your downward dog. Just find that sense of length. We were working a lot there into your neck, into my neck, shoulders. So let all that settle. Let all that land and arrive into this moment. Have a sense that your neck and shoulders are lengthening and widening. Lower back is lengthening and widening. Spine is deeply stretching. Nice. Walk all the way forward to the front of your mat. Slowly rolling up. The back of your hands come together, reaching up towards the ceiling. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Cool. So, front of your mat. We're going to do a sun salutation, but we're going to do that pelvic tilty thing we did. So, palms together. And then how would you round your lower back here? And then how would you arch your lower back? So just feel that. Round your lower back and then arch. So when I round my lower back, I'm going to bend my knees a little bit because it helps me round. And then when I arch, I'm naturally going to straighten my legs. It just feels like an extension. Rounding, bend my knees a little bit. Arching. Nice. Reach your arms long, straight up towards the ceiling, and then round a little bit. Bend your knees, and then arch. We'll do it twice in each pose. Rounding. Bend your knees a little bit, and arch. Nice. Bending your elbows, bending your knees. Come all the way down, hands to the floor. Tuck your chin under, draw your forehead to your knees. So some of these will be tricky. How would you round your back here or your whole spine? And arch. Round and arch. Nice. Hands to your shins. Bend your knees loads. Lift your spine, look forward. So now I'm arching my back actively. And then I round my back. Arch my back. Round your back, arch your back. Super cool. Hands to the floor, step your right foot back. Pause. Round your back, arch your back. Round your back, arch your back. Nice. Step back, plank pose. Let's see. Rounding your back, arching your back. Doesn't really happen much here. Round your back, arch your back. Nice. Knees to the floor, all the way down. So, lift through your toes, reach your arms back, pause for a moment, lengthening through your spine as you reach your fingers deeply backwards. Bum is squeezing, breath is in your belly. Super. Hands to the floor, cat pose, rounding your back, arching your back, rounding your back, arching your back. Nice. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, rounding your back, arching, rounding, arching. Super. From here, lengthen your back leg, step forward. Cool. Round your back, tuck your chin under, forehead to your knees. We're just going to roll up from here. Rolling all the way up, reaching your hands up towards the ceiling. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Cool. We'll try the other side. So, palms together. Bend your knees a little bit, round your back. And then lengthen your legs, arch your back. And I'm going to include my shoulders a little bit more in this one. Round your back and arch your back. Nice. Reach your arms up, round your back. How would you include your shoulders? Arch your back. Round your back. Arch your back. Cool. Bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down. Round your back. What do your shoulders do? Arching. Rounding. Arching. Hands to your shins. Lift through the chest. And then round your back. Arching your back. Rounding your back. Arching. The birds sound amazing outside. Hands to the floor. Step your left foot back. You can see light in the sky even. Dun, dun, dun. Left foot steps back. Round your back. Include your shoulders. I'm going to bend my back knee a little bit. Arch your back. Round your back. Arching. Step back. Plank pose. Bend your knees a little bit. Round. Straighten your legs. Gently with this one. Arch. Round. Arch. Knees down. Belly down. Stretch your arms back. Rise. Just pause here. And breath is in your belly. Arms are long. Bum is squeezing. Cool. Hands to the floor. Push back. Round your back. Arch your back. Round your back. Arch your back. Nice. From here, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Round your back, including your shoulders. Arching. Round. Arching. Step forward with that right foot. Hands to the floor. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Hands come to rest in front of your chest. Nice. Come sit on the floor. I'm always really intrigued by that movement. It's like not how that whole idea again, it's not about cultivating rigidity, or there's no such thing as the perfect pose. There's no one way that we should do anything. What's your way, how it is that you do it. It's the deep practice of self-love is practicing how you are rather than some expectation of what it should look like or how it should be. So that internal sense of this is how I am doing it, and can I be with that wholly and truly? Nice. Soles of your feet together, hold on to your shins, sit up tall. So whatever version of you or whatever version of a shape that you're making right now, How would it be for you to sit and just really own in your own body that this is exactly as it should be? That this is the expression of a lifetime of you, and this is absolutely okay as it is. Just feel the position of you, the length of you, the breadth of you, the length of your spine, the drop of your shoulders. Nice. Twist towards the left. So hold on to your left knee with your right hand, twisting deeply towards the left. Again, absolutely unfolding exactly as it should be. Don't the inner often the in I'm always amazed, so I'm in a class of one of my classes, and like all of us are really silent, but the inner dialogue in the class of each person is so huge. And that's exactly, it's amazing. So twist to the other side. So sometimes I'll be doing something and just, it's amazing the power of the inner work people are doing. The inner dialogue, accepting things or struggling with things or struggling with me or whatever, struggling with life. And so how do you deepen into that this is exactly unfolding as it should? Straighten your legs, squeeze down through your legs, reaching forward. Squeeze down through your legs. And just keep doing that. Start from your lower back. Squish. 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 One more time. Squish. Super. Come lie on the floor. Lie down. Land in. I've gone slightly over time. I'm sorry. Landing in. Pause. And just notice the inner radio station of you. Can you have an inner dialogue that is really compassionate, considerate, really kind? How do you really have that inner sense of okayness in this moment? So you have full permission from me. Do you need that, or do you have it already? Amazing. Thanks for being here. I will see you all tomorrow. 2 more days left of this really beautiful practice. And then we move to promises. Promises is about integrity, really following through on a promise that you make to yourself. And it's just this sense of self-care in a really tangible, physical, inner way. Great. Nice. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. It's epic as always. Ciao, Sloan.